Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have not had a chance to get up and get your desserts, please feel free to do so. And also feel free to make one last bid at the auction table. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you the President of the Cortland County Historical Society, Mr. Kevin Sheets.
Thank you, Sandy. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I have the great pleasure of... Hello. Should I take this out? I can hear. I could put my professor voice on. I don't know if that would help. Good night. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming. I was saying it was my great pleasure to welcome all of you tonight. The program committee gave me very specific instructions and a very limited time. So I think they're aware that I'm used to speaking in 50-minute intervals. So I would like to thank all of you on behalf of the Board of Trustees for coming tonight and supporting the Historical Society in its work. I'd like to draw your attention especially to our many sponsors. Tonight is the sponsors who gave generously to the Historical Society and sponsored tables, many of which you're sitting at. So they're all listed on the back of your program, but I'd like to acknowledge them here. Royal Motors, SUNY Cortland, Economy Paving, Mark and Diane Webster, Wall Street on Court Street, Friends of the Historical Society, McNeil and Company, David Yeaman Realty Services, McNeil Developments, Mike Stapleton, Wright Beard Funeral Home, Tompkins Trust Company, and the Jeremy family. I'd also like to bring your attention, if you look inside your program, you'll see another list of generous friends of the Historical Society who donated many of the items that you are very kindly bidding on for tonight. In addition, I have to thank, and I'm excited to thank, the many hands that went into bringing this night to fruition. The committee members and volunteers who gave of their time and energies to bring this night together, especially Lynn Lash, who's on the Board of Trustees. I'm not sure where you are, Lynn, but, oh, way back there. Thank you so much, Lynn, chaired the committee that brought this together. She's responsible for the table decorations and the programs. Tony Gallagher, thanks so much for your efforts in organizing the silent auction. Bud, Jeremy, this was your idea, and you have quite a bit to be proud of. So thank you so much for having the vision to bring this night together. Lots of other people helped out. Robin Hoffman, Mary Kimberly, Kate O'Connell, Diane Webster, Valerie Ross, Diane Ames, you'll see in a moment, Sandy, our masterful master of ceremonies, Ben Wells, who will entertain you tonight. Many thanks to all of them. It takes many hands, as you might imagine, to bring this kind of complex event off, so thank you. And oh yes, member applause for all those wonderful people. Thank you. I also need to thank our staff, our tireless and dedicated staff, our director, Mindy Leisingring, and our assistant director, Tabitha Scoville. Thank you so much for everything you did to help this night and everything you do every day at the Historical Society. Obviously, nothing would get done without your dedicated work. Now, none of you, none of the sponsors or the program organizers had to do any of this. And what amazes me is that you did it. You bought tickets, you bid on auction items, you took valuable time from your evenings to come here and support this organization. And I have a hunch that you did not do these things for the glory and the honor of it. I would like to believe that you did this because you believe in the mission of the Historical Society. And by extension, you believe in the power of the arts and the humanities to enrich our communities, to inform, and expand our views and to connect us to place and to each other. The Historical Society, of course, is dedicated to preserving and teaching about our history, but I like to think of the Historical Society more broadly as an arts and humanities center, who in its own way contributes to the vitality of our community. So on behalf of my fellow trustees, again, thank you for partnering with us in fulfilling this most critical need in our community and in our time. And speaking of the arts, I'm delighted to turn the program back over to Sandy, who will introduce tonight's entertainment. And before I leave the podium, I want to direct your attention to the glass vases that you have in the center. You will see banded up sheet music. So you should get those ready, distribute them to your table. This is not just a performance, this is audience interaction. So we're going to ask for your help in entertaining you this evening. Thank you all very much.
The ones with the red cover.
The ones that you want have the red cover. So if you look on your scrolls that are in your glass vases, the one that has the red cover, that's the one you want to pull out. You took your red covers off, so now you know.
The rest are just decoration.
It'll all work out, don't you worry. Thank you all. It looks like this. I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know.
Okay. Many of you who saw me and Annie asked me if I was going to sing tonight. Thank you, Jack Carr, for giving me the courage to sing, but no. However, I am pleased at this moment in time to introduce to you an important member of tonight's program. This is Diane Ames, who will play the piano for us, and who also wrote a little ditty that you are about to enjoy. And the neat thing about tonight's entertainment is all of you are going to be part of it. You see, at this point in time, we are very fortunate to have with us tonight a Cortland son who is an entertainer, songwriter, theatrical performer, and a multitude of talents. Mr. William Austin Dillon. Now, we are really proud, Mr. Dillon, may I call you Bill?
Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful. We're very proud to have you with us here tonight, Bill. And I have been given some pre-selected questions that we would like to ask you tonight. So may I?
Wonderful.
Where were you born?
45 Pendleton Street, right next to the train station in Cortland.
Oh, okay. If you don't mind, would you tell us your age?
140 years young.
Whoa.
I know I don't look it.
Whoa, no you don't. Jim Nunziato, you can take some lessons from this guy. Now, I understand that you and your two brothers were very musical, and you all left high school to perform in vaudeville.
You're correct. John and Henry made quite a name for themselves. They were a comedy and song duo. At one time, they earned $150 a week. That was a big sum at that time. You can see why I wanted to go into vaudeville. Altogether, there were 6 Dillon Brothers who got into show business.
Wow. What was your first gig?
A traveling medicine show?
Oh, wow. Well, now, I bet your parents were a little bit worried about you, weren't they?
You're sure right there. And there urging, I finally returned to Cortland and finished high school, and I secured a spot in the Cornell University School of Law. Boy, were they proud. They were thrilled.
Wow, and how did you like law school?
Well, actually, my parents took me to the train station. They cried tears of joy. And I got on the train and went off to Boston and joined another vaudeville show.
How long was it before your parents found out?
A surprisingly long time.
Oh. Now, how many songs did you actually write?
Well, I billed myself as the man of 1,000 songs. I actually wrote over 100.
Now, I understand you even went across the pond.
Right again. In 1905, I went to London and became good friends with Harry Lauder. He liked the song, Keep Right On the End of the Road. He liked it so much that he bought the rights, and it became the unofficial anthem of Scotland. Guess whose favorite song it was? Winston Churchill.
Oh. Hey, now, I was sorry to hear your career was cut short by an automobile accident.
But good things happened after that, too. I moved back to Cortland. I wrote my most famous song, I Want a Girl, just like the girl who married your old dad. I started a new business.
Oh, and is there more to your career?
Yes. I married Georgia Head, and we moved to Ithaca. I managed 3 theaters there. One of my theaters ran vaudeville shows, but I saw that the future was in motion picture, so I focused on that venue.
Well, Bill, I think everyone here is pretty proud to know that you had such a successful career in life. I think we'd enjoy hearing a few of your songs. Maybe we can even join in under your direction.
My pleasure. How about we start with In Dear Old Cortland Town? I'll sing the verses. When we get to the second chorus, I'll invite you to join along. Long years have passed, darling Mary, since we were kids at play. Life has been lonely and dreary while you were far away. I long for the pleasures of days gone by, the cobblestone schoolhouse where you and I used to make love during recess when nobody else was nigh. In dear old Cortland town where we used to hang around, the only place on earth for me, there with you I long to be. It's a quiet little town, and I long to settle down. With you for my wife, I'd be happy for life in dear old Cortland town. Roaming the hills and valleys, romping the fields each day, playing the games with our pallies, driving dull cares away. When we played house in the long ago, you were the and I the bow. Oh, how I love you then, Mary, no one but you will know. Join us on the verse. In good old Cortland town, where we used to hang around, the only place on earth for me, there with you I long to be. It's a quiet little town, and I long to settle down. With you for a wife, I'd be happy for life in dear old Cortland town.
Now, Bill, one of my favorite Dillon tunes was actually written by your brothers, Harry and John. I laugh every time I hear it. Would you possibly sing for all of us, Sarah from Syracuse?
Absolutely. From Syracuse he took the train with full intention there to remain. Said Brown, I long to see my darling wife. Forever since our wedding day, from my dear wife I have been away. My mother-in-law I ne'er saw in my life. On a car, sharing my seat, there was a lady that looked so sweet. To speak to her, I took the first excuse. Very friendly we soon became. She said Sarah was her name. She was on the way to Syracuse. Oh, Sarah, Sarah, didn't we have some fun? The people in the parlor car, they eyed us everyone. We dined and wined, the money it was loose, and Sarah was glad to meet a man from Syracuse. Now where she lived in Syracuse, I tried to learn, but it was no use. I'll make my home with relatives, said she. There's one will meet me at the train. Then Brown said, when will we meet again? I too have a friend that's meeting me, said he. The train arrived in time, you know. Brown was a flight from the window, but Sarah was the first to leave the car. Brown's wife came up and kisses her. She says, I'm glad you came, mother. Then he began to sing, now don't that jar. Oh, Sarah, Sarah, what could a poor man do? His wife said, Mama, here comes John right off the train with you. He sighed and shied, he knew he'd get the dues. For Sarah, she was his mother-in-law from Syracuse.
Bill, I recall that you wrote a song for the fellows on the hill at Cornell. Do we have any Cornell graduates here? No, stand up. All right. So, Bill, in honor of our Cornellians and for all of the rest of us, would you please sing My Old Cornell.
It's a short little ditty, so I'll sing it once. You can join in the second time. Oh, I want to go back to the old days, the good old days on the hill. Back to my Cornell, for that's where they all yell, Cornell, I yell, Cornell. Far across Cayuga's waters, I hear those chiming bells. I'm longing and yearning and always returning to my old Cornell. Sing with us. Oh, I want to go back to the old days, the good old days on the hill. Back to my Cornell, for that's where they all yell, Cornell, I yell, Cornell. Far across Cayuga's waters, I hear these shining bells. I'm longing and yearning and always returning to my old Cornell.
Well, Bill, it's obvious from the applause that we've all had great fun with you and your songs. But before we close, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you to sing for us your most famous song, I Was a Girl.
Join along with the verses. I bet many of you know it. When I was a boy, my mother often said to me, get married, boy, and see how happy you will be. I have looked all over, but no girlie can I find who seems to be just like the little girl I have in mind. I will have to look around until the right one I have found. I want a girl just like the girl who married dear old Dad. She was a pearl and the only girl that Daddy ever had. A good old-fashioned girl with heart so true, one who loves nobody else but you. I want a girl just like the girl who married dear old Dad. By the old mill stream there sits a couple old and gray. Though years have rolled away, their hearts are young today. Mother dear looks up at Dad with love light in her eyes. He steals a kiss, a fond embrace, while evening breezes sigh. They're as happy as can be, so that's the kind of love for me. I want a girl just like the girl that married dear old Dad.
time when I would sing for you, Happy Trails to You. Fortunately for you, I will not. Instead, Ben Wells has agreed to sing a final song for us tonight by William Dillon called The End of the Road.
Keep right on to the end of the road. Keep right on to the end. Though the way be long, let your heart be strong. Keep right on round the bend. Though you're tired and weary, still journey on till you come to your happy abode, where all you love you've been dreaming of will be there at the end of the road.
May God bless you, and may He keep you and yours under His protective wing always. Thank you, and good night.